Okay, the overall energy of this reading is the Knight of Swords. This is rushing forward with that sword of truth and clarity here. Let's find out why this surrounds your entire reading. I feel like you just kind of know, and I see some cards, what you need to do, and you're just going to go do it with all the truth and clarity you got. So up here in your highest energy is a Tower card. So the Knight of Swords, this energy of rushing forward with truth and clarity, it might create a Tower moment, okay? And it looks like there's going to be a lot of conversation back and forth about this Tower moment. It's going to instigate telephone calls, texting, Skype, email, whatever the case might be. It's going to instigate it going back and forth, back and forth. And it's going to be about the relationship. And there is definitely a relationship. So on the other side of the Eight of Wands is the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like this is just kind of an energy that you're going to be stuck in for a little while, or have been already stuck in. The foundation of this relationship is still basically there, but the rest of it was kind of blown out. And so I feel like you're working this out through all this conversation here. That Eight of Wands is right above the Knight of Swords. So all this conversation is about truth. It's about feelings. It's about clarity over what has happened here. Under the Tower card, the High Priestess. This is something, I think you might have started this conversation. You might have had a Tower moment here. This is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing. The High Priestess. It's very spiritual. So your intuitions are running very high. You picked up on something. You pulled back that pomegranate curtain and you actually listened to yourself, into your head, heart, and your whole being. And you paid attention to what you're telling yourself and what your gut was telling you. And I think you rushed in, brought it up, created a Tower moment, and then all of a sudden we find yourself in, discussions, texting, telephone calls. I think you're really, both parties are trying to work this out, whatever it is. But I think that you were absolutely correct in going with your instincts here, of whatever your gut was telling you that you had to bring up. Now, on the other side, the Knight of Swords is the Four of Wands. So this is under that Four of Pentacles, the foundation of this relationship. The Four of Wands is about, this is a divine soulmate relationship. There's no denying that. I think this is part of the foundation of this relation. You might already be in a marriage when this happened. Either that, or there is this essence of marriage and spending the rest of your life together is around this reading. These are two people united with joy, lots of joy and happiness, celebration. Two soulmates, divine. So this person is special in your life. Under the High Priestess is the Queen of Pentacles. This is your energy, Virgo. This is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is your reading. Male or female, what's most important is the pentacle. It's the foundation of this relationship. Looking at the security and the stability of this relationship. It's in a blowing up state right here, but I think you're working it out. Whatever it was, boy, you really had to come out with it. Whatever it was, you knew it would cause problems. It did, and now you're working them out. So, next to the Queen of Pentacles, next to this is the second biggest pentacle in the deck, by the way. So, you still have the pentacle. You still have the foundation of this relationship. So, it's not like totally over. Right next to the Queen of Pentacles, under the Knight of Swords, is the Fool. This is taking that leap of faith. And, you knew you had to. You knew it. Your intuition told you You needed to bring up this truth. You needed to bring up this clarity, and you just went in and you did it. So you took that leap of faith that perhaps this relationship could stay together, but there's something that had to come out, okay? And it did, and you made sure it did. So the Fool is the energy of kind of living in the present, not looking forward towards the future, enjoying every moment. But, usually what happens with this Fool energy is they do find themselves at the edge of the cliff, and then boom, there's a tower moment. So I think that's kind of what happened here. It's all fun and living in the moment, carefree, until something was wearing on you. Something was telling you, it's like a red flag or something that you needed to talk about something. You brought it up. Boom, tower moment, took that leap of faith, but it's not over. Okay. I see the Knight of Cups here, right on the other side of the Fool card. This is a sincere cup of love. And it's right under the Four of Wands. So I really feel like there really still is love in this relationship. You still have the foundation. You still have the love. Okay, so getting some answers here to what's going on. Up here in your highest energy, the Three of Cups, you're going to reunite. See, I told you, they still have love. You still have the foundation. This is next to the Four of Pentacles here in this relationship. This card of reuniting and joyfully, okay, is right next to the King of Swords. Air energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius might be strong in your chart or in theirs someplace. That sword of truth that you rush forward with in order to protect yourself, because you didn't want to continue really in this relationship without clearing the air about something here. So here you are, your sword is up, male or female, and that truth and clarity does not end this relationship. It's right next to the Two of Swords. So you tried, it's like your intuition wore on you, like I said before. It wore on you until you just had to come out with whatever it was. You were trying to block your heart from, because you knew it would cause a problem. Your swords are up in self-protection and your blindfold was on. It's like, I don't want to deal with this. But you knew you had to. It came to the point, there was no ignoring it any longer. This Nine of Wands, see, you were feeling worn out and at your wit's end. It became a very daunting situation in your mind, okay? You really got worn out about these thoughts. Are they going to, you knew it blow something up. Are they going to, stay with me? Are we still going to be on a path towards this union here? This is a soulmate card, very special, that Four of Wands. So just thinking about speaking up about whatever it is that was on your mind here really wore you out until you just had to come forth and say. The Page of Pentacles is on the back side of this Nine of Wands and under the King of Swords. So there's that pentacle again. Are they going to commit? Are they going to offer you a pentacle to move forward? This is what you have your eye on. And it seems to me that's part of your conversation. Is this a committable relationship ever? Next to the Page of Pentacles is the Page of Wands. This is under that Two of Swords, trying not to deal with it. Well, that only lasted so long, because with the Page of Wands, it's all about that new start, fresh, new beginnings. And it just kind of, are you moving forward with them towards the Four of Wands? And this issue, whatever it is, just kind of brewed from your feet to your knees, and then finally it comes out your mouth. And that's what happens here as a center energy, the overall energy. And it's going to include stability and security, and it's going to include love. But whatever, it just wore you to a frazzle till you had to say something. So under that Nine of Wands here is a Page of Cups. So you're thinking, that this sincere cup of love, which they do have for you, was tainted, that there was not enough room in that cup for love for you, because there's a fish in this Page of Cups. Pisces might be a part of this reading, might be, strong in your chart someplace or strong around their chart someplace. But this is how you were feeling. This is what was wearing you out. You were feeling like they didn't really love you. Like, the love wasn't there. So that wore you out until it came up. You're going to find out. I got the Six of Cups right next to the Page of Cups. This is the cup they have. It has a flower, not a fish. Okay? They're a soulmate. And you might have known them since childhood. You've definitely known them from other lifetimes. Either way. That's your connection. But they do have a sincere. These are all right next to each other. Boom, bam, bing. On the same line. They have a sincere cup. You felt like they didn't. Well, they're going to convince you that they do. Through this conversation. All this conversation up here. I mean, it's a blow-up situation. It was a toxic situation because you were carrying all this weight here of thinking that they really don't love you. Maybe they weren't acting like it. There was something going on. Maybe you thought there was a third party with the Devil card being here. Or they were hiding something from you, that you were attached to something else through them. This is a toxic energy. So you had to speak up about it. But I do see the Devil waving goodbye. It's very prominent. And the speaking up about it is going to help this other energy to fade away, because they really do love you. And they really don't want to lose you, even though it looks like things get pretty well thrown up in the air for a bit. But I do see it working out. I do see the reunion. I do see that they love you. This is a sincere cup of love. I do see they have a pentacle in their pocket, and they're not afraid to move forward. But, there's no way you can until you get this out in the open. So, Virgos. Oh, this is a card for Capricorn, by the way. So Capricorn could be strong in your chart or their chart someplace.